Getting close. What's on the left? Yeah.
Yep.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and roll call.
Commissioner Clausen.
Here.
Commissioner Cox.
Here.
Commissioner Raymond. Here. Commissioner Phipps.
Here.
Mayor Hall.
Here. Presentations, petitions, and communications. This portion of the city council meeting is reserved for persons who desire to address the council. The Illinois Open Meetings Act mandates that city council may not take action on comments received on matters that have not been identified on this agenda, but the council may direct staff to address the topic or refer the matter for action on the agenda for another meeting. Persons addressing the council are requested to limit their presentation to 3 minutes and to avoid repetitious comments. We also ask you state your name and address for the record, as well as stand when speaking. See anybody want to address the council? I don't think so. And nobody online want to address the council? Okay. New business.
I'll motion to approve council decision request 2024-2492, approving the plans and bid specs to construct the sewer main line from the sports complex area to the wastewater treatment plant.
Could I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Commissioner Cox. And any comments, questions anybody has?
All right, Dave.
This is the plans for the sanitary sewer from the lift station at the sports complex back to our sanitary plant. We got the plans from them last week late and tried to put together information for you so we can get this done. Also getting together the specs for this so that we have a completion of this prior to opening of a lot of the businesses and so forth and sports complex there.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
I do, Mayor. I definitely, this is something that is an immediate need plus future development. But with this and then I think we have a $500,000 grant that's still out there for the sports complex, Kyle, is that correct? It's about $1 million or $1.1 million. Just as we go through, and we've all got needs in our departments, but between water and wastewater, right now we have a breach at the dam at Lake Paradise. It's an immediate need. I talked to Doug Homan, the clarifier at or digester rather, at the wastewater treatment plant. We need to get that cover replaced. That's part of the process. Plus we would not be in compliance with EPA and potentially there would be fines. And the painting, at least sandblasting and painting of the water tower here at City Hall. So those 3 projects alone are probably in the range of $750,000, but they're all pressing. So my point is we are committing, and it's needed, 1.1 million, roughly, or $1 million towards the sports complex and future development. But boy, there's some pressing needs that have to be met as well. So those are my only comments.
Any other comments?
I'll just say, we are trying to address all those. We've got budgeted different projects. This does open up areas for development. South of Walmart there, it's in the middle, so that opens up possible development there. Housing south of the Crestview area. And then, we've talked about housing on Lafayette, south of Lafayette. This would actually be a sewer that it could tie in and not contribute to sewers down on Lafayette or Charleston Avenue that are running pretty full during heavy storms. So definitely something that we are looking at. Always as hindsight, I wish we would have taken some more off, with this project, thought about taking more off of that Charleston Avenue line, but things had developed and was designed differently. But no, I think it's a necessary project. I did give you some ARPA funds sheets that the west side drainage, we got turned down again on a grant. We allocated $500,000 for that. We're going to have to reallocate that to something else. So that is a possibility, is to use it to do this. We could still, I did in the gray is two possible projects, this sewer plant, sewer line extension, and then the west side drainage waterway. You know, that's something we could probably tackle ourselves, use 300,000 of that ARPA funds, but, those are some things, if we want to try to save that money for the west side drainage, you know, there's options of paying off the fire truck loan through revolving loan fund and then going and asking for that money back later on for a loan for the west side drainage if we are able to get the grant next year. So there is definitely things to think about. I just gave you this list. The green ones are the ones that we've already have started and have approved. And then the west side drainage was approved, but we're unable to get the grants, so we're going to have to, by the end of this year, allocate the rest of our money that we have, which is, I think, 600 and just a little over 600,000.
I know on the west side drainage, Colin and I had talked about, since, you know, the 500,000 wasn't there, that we could, in the future, potentially tap some I'm sorry, the revolving loan fund if that becomes a problem. I know the clean out from Western to Route 16 helped tremendously last year. And then there's some property owners that have done some work, and we still have some unresolved stuff on that side that we need to, it won't cost 500,000. But I like the idea of at least allocating some of that to finish that, some of the what they call overground or waterway stuff. I also wish the CDR today really is kind of misleading to some extent. I mean, I know it starts at this sports complex, but that's been a needed issue anyway, because we've been, like Kyle said, we've been at capacity out there from all the way to 5th and 6th Street for a long time. So take the sports complex out of it. And if any big retailers wanted to show up, we had to do something anyway. So this is a pretty necessary project. But
Okay.
that's my 2 cents.
Some of the issues I brought up on wastewater and water, do we have this in our regular budget under capital projects that we can pull from?
So the digester lid, we got an EPA loan that we're trying to get, and that I think we find out in July. If we get the EPA loan, it's a $2 million loan, but yes, that is slated in this year's budget. I think painting of one of the water towers, I think, was in this year's budget.
Okay.
But the other one you talked about, but dam repairs
Beach.
it is in the capital fund, but I don't know if we had anything slated this year, if it's, in a year or two. So that's something we can look at.
And the only way we can do the dam repairs is when we're either going to have to, as Heather said, drain it down.
Yep.
You know, last summer when it was about a foot, we could have done it, but or just wait till
Well, we
get
got
to about a foot level.
we got a pump that's being in the process that
There
we
you
will be
go.
able to lower it and then add water back into it. So
So we're good.
Any other comments, questions? The roll call.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Raven. Yes. Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. The last item is I move to recess to closed session pursuant to Illinois Open Meeting Act for the purpose of the discussion of collective bargaining matters between the city of Mattoon, its employees or their representatives, or deliberation concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees under 5 ILCS 122C2. Can I have a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Mr. Graven and roll call.
Commissioner Raven. Yes. Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yep.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. Do we go ahead and go into the other?
yeah, at this time we're going to go into executive session, and I will pause and mute until we get back.
Yeah, we don't.
Hold on. Okay, now we're back on. So yep,
Nothing else to discuss?
nothing else.
Need a
to
motion?
discuss.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
That's not very official.
Good.
Yes.
Second. Second, anybody? Anybody want a second?
Second.
Awesome. Ready then, roll call.
Mr. Phipps.
Yes.
Mr. Paulson.
Yes.
Mr. Cox.
Yes.
Mr. Graven. I'll say yes this time.
Whoa. You never know what's gonna happen on a Monday morning.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Back in, it's me.
Meeting adjourned.